You supported the outside-the-box craziness that almost gave Brother Phil a heart attack. But I told this team how thankful I was for your support. Every part of this trip, God answered the next question right before we took the step. We took step by step, not knowing where in the world we were headed or what we were doing, and God continued to show what His purpose was. When originally we went to Texas, that all came about right before we met as a group of leaders, and I'm thinking, I don't want another beach trip. I don't want another fun time at the beach. I don't want another trip to Gatlinburg. I'm tired of just summer camp. I'm ready. When we went to Tent City, I'm not going to lie, when we first pulled up, we went to the food bank. When we left, I knew that we needed to go serve the homeless, not just in the food bank where it was safe. We needed to get out of our comfort zone and go. We left there, or as we were leaving, I Googled, where can I find the homeless population in Houston? First thing that pops up, Tent City. So that's where we're going. We drive over there in the vans. We pull in. Ain't no way I'm getting these kids out of this van. I will be fired. Mamas will be beating down my door. We're not getting out. We pulled to the end. We circled the cul-de-sac. We're pulling back out. But unfortunately, I was still scared. I wasn't scared to walk in there, but I was scared to take the kids in there. I didn't know what they would see, what they would hear. I wasn't really worried about them being hurt, but it was filthy. It was rough. I looked at the van because I had all the leaders were in my corner. We had 5 vans, and by the time I stopped, I had 3 texts that we're not getting out here. We need people looking at us saying, what are you doing? I stuck my head in the van and I said, guys, we're getting out. Who? I don't know who's getting out, but some are looking around like, I ain't getting out. Bradley had his window rolled up, door shut. He said, I ain't getting out of this van. Y'all go if you want, but my door's locked. Out. We walked through and we didn't have anything because we didn't know what we were doing. That was another piece of it. I didn't want to walk in there with 75 people into a homeless village and we ain't got anything to give, like we're just invading your space. You know what I mean? We prepared enough for us to eat and them to eat, and none of the students ate anything, handed it out, and didn't complain not one time about being hungry. But we go back that second day and we've got the food, and let me tell you, leading up to that point, that was the rockiest point, in my opinion, the rockiest point of the trip. I had challenged them to go, but they saw some things the day before that they weren't too sure of. Many of our kids had never been in an environment like that before, and they weren't so sure that they wanted to go back. They were a little scared. And I had one after another. I gave them a choice because missions is a choice. I said, you can stay here at the ranch or you can go with us to feed the homeless in Tent City. And several of them came to me. I ain't going. I got about 5 leaders behind the table, and I've got students scattered all throughout Tent City. They're in pods of 3 and 4, and they're at tents, and they're ministering on their own. It was a beautiful sight, but I was mad. I'm thinking, y'all better stay with a leader. Y'all stressed me out when I turn around and they're just walking everywhere and nobody's with them and all the leaders are huddled up like, yeah. And I'm like, no, get out there. But they did it, and they didn't need anybody to show them. Then I walk up and she's on her couch, the same one that they ministered to, where she was at when they ministered to her. And she's laying there and I wake her up. When I wake her up, she's high as a kite. Right back on that meth. Right back in the same state of mind that she was in. And I was distraught.